Hello everyone, this is Tyler Krompiatek from Coley at Canisius. In D2L you can quickly add a release condition to individual discussions. This can be useful if you want students to complete a reading or a dropbox assignment before going on to the discussion. In this demo, the scenario will be students must complete a reading assignment and submit a summary of it to a Dropbox before being able to access the discussion. We will make sure that students understand how to access the discussion by putting it in the descriptions for both the reading and the Dropbox, as well as the directions for the Dropbox. Let's get started. First, we need to make sure that we have a reading and a Dropbox folder in the content area of D2L. Next, we need to go to the Discussion tab in the course navbar. In this demo, we will edit an existing discussion, but you can do this just as easily by creating a new discussion. To edit an existing discussion, click on the drop-down arrow to the right of the discussion's title. From there, click on Edit Topic. Next, find and click on Restrictions. Scroll down until you find Release Conditions. If you have a release condition that you have already created and want to use, click on Attach Existing. Otherwise, to create a new release condition, click on Create and Attach. A pop-up window will appear. Click on the drop-down menu titled Select Condition Type. From there, find the Content section and click on Completed Content Topic. The pop-up will reload, and you will be able to select the course activity you want to base the release condition on. In this case, we want to choose Reading 1 in Module 4. When you have selected the appropriate topic, click on the blue Create button in the lower left corner. The pop-up will close and you will be able to see a summary of the release condition you just created along with the drop-down menu titled All Conditions Must Be Met. Clicking on this menu will reveal a second option. Any condition must be met. The default option is basically saying that all release conditions must be true before students can view and access the discussion. The second option is saying that any release condition must be true for students to be able to view and access the discussion. For now, we will leave it on the default. Next, we need to attach the Dropbox as a release condition. We will click on Create and Attach again. This time, we want to find the Dropbox section and select Submission to Dropbox. The pop-up will reload and we just need to choose the appropriate Dropbox. In this case, Summary of Reading 1. Then click on Create. Finally, we can click on Save and Close. Let's try this out. I will click on my user icon in the upper right corner and choose View as a Student in the menu that appears. Next, I will go to the Discussions tab. As you can see, I cannot see the Reading 1 discussion. So let's go to Module 4 in the Content area and complete the topics quickly. When I do, and go back to the discussion area, I can now see and complete Reading 1 discussion. Note that when using a Dropbox as a release condition, it may take D2L a few minutes to update. A few other things to note. First, students will not be able to see the activity with the release condition and therefore won't know it exists, much less how to access it. In this tutorial, we put the directions for this in the descriptions of both the reading and the Dropbox. Second, there are many things that you can base a release condition on, including specific discussions, Dropboxes, quizzes, or even what group or section a student is in. You can also add multiple release conditions to the same discussion. Next, keep in mind that D2L has different definitions of completed for different file types. For example, anything that you upload to D2L, videos from Panopto, or links to outside websites will be considered completed simply by clicking on the link. However, discussions, Dropboxes, and quizzes will be considered completed only after the student has made a submission. That's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us at helpdesk@canisius.edu. Thanks for watching and have a great day.